Let's talk about the program on page 188, number 7, a little more complicated program, also using a selection process with the switch statement. So it says you're going to have a character value variable named department and two double variables named salary and raise. The department variable will either be A, B, C, or D, upper or lowercase. So you're going to want to use the two upper or two lower function. Employees in departments A and B get a 2% raise. Employees in department C get a 1.5% raise, and D get 3%. And it wants you to use the switch statement to calculate the raise. So the switch statement layout is on page 175. And on this page, you can kind of see how to code the switch statement. Switch statement is very useful in coding, and it looks really neat in the code. So you want to make sure you use that where appropriate, and this is a great one. The other one I want to point you to in an example is on page 183. They have a coded switch statement that also can show you what it looks like with code in it instead of just spot holders in it. Okay, so what are you going to do? What would be input on this? Well, obviously you're going to have to, the user would input the department, and they would then need to input the salary, because how else can you calculate the raise? However, the percentage of the raise is not entered. That's determined by your switch statement depending on the department that they're in. So that's how you would calculate that. So just be aware. Usually in a program like this, you would put those percentages as constants. However, this is a very small program, so some people would not want to put those as constants. They might just try to hard code that in. Please use constants, because that is really what programming is about, is learning to do things that would help you when you code longer and bigger programs later on. And all programs end up being changed or modified, so you want to make sure that you code it in such a way it's easy for you or the person behind you to modify the code. And the output to this would be what the raise would be. Okay, so it doesn't really, well, it does tell you they want to only know the raise amount. Okay, so that's a more simple calculate statement. They're not asking you what the new salary would be. You are only giving the raise amount, which is simply the percentage of the raise times their current salary. So it's a simple calculate statement. Hope this helps.